Following breaking news here on CBS Sports HQ, the Tennessee Titans will not have Ryan Tannehill available on Sunday. According to reports, rookie Malik Willis will make his first NFL start on Sunday against the Texans. Now, Tannehill missed today's walkthrough with an illness and has been ruled out. He's also dealing with an ankle injury on top of being sick. Now, Willis was taken in the third round of this year's draft out of Liberty. He took all the starter reps at practice this week. For more on this, let's bring in Danny Kanell to talk to us about this. First, Danny, I'll get your reaction. Ryan Tannehill out for the Titans. Malik Willis going to start. How big is the drop-off when you look at the difference between the rookie and the wily veteran Tannehill?
Is it fair to say, Jeremy, we don't know yet? Because we haven't seen much of Malik Willis. He's only thrown, a few handful of attempts. We saw him a little bit in the preseason. But Ryan Tannehill, I'll say this. We know what Ryan Tannehill is. He's a good quarterback. He's not great. He's somebody that can manage the game. But he's won a lot of football games for the Titans. And then last year's playoff performance, of course, was one of the reasons they went out and got Malik Willis. But the biggest difference, the biggest drop-off to me, Jeremy, is experience, leadership. Somebody that's been out there, that the coaches and the players know exactly what they're going to get. With Ryan Tannehill, you don't with Malik Willis, which is both exciting and probably a little bit terrifying too, because you just don't know. Is he going to go out there and panic under the big lights? Is he going to make some mistakes? Is he going to force the ball, or is he going to light it up? We truly don't know what we're going to get from Malik Willis.
Well, and the thing was, he's taken all the starter reps at practice this week because of Tannehill dealing with that ankle injury and now illness. So when you look at that, Danny, you know what it's like to make your first start in the NFL. What are some of the things that Willis is going to kind of be going through in his head as he gets set to face the Houston Texans?
Oh, man, Jeremy, I remember it like it was yesterday against the Arizona Cardinals on the road. I had my first start, and you get nervous, you get butterflies. But the thing that I would recommend any quarterback like this, bury yourself in preparation, and not just at practice, not just at, in the facility, after hours, get yourself ready to go. Study as much film as you can. And, every backup says I prepare like a starter, but you don't really. There's always kind of that, well, I don't have to study that hard, but I would bury yourself in preparation. I would be grabbing the receivers, asking questions, getting extra reps after practice. Try to get on the same page with those, because preparation is the ultimate confidence builder. And I don't think Malik Willis is lacking in confidence, but I would say go out there, be ready for everything. And this was the best advice I ever heard from Steve DeBerg, who was my quarterback coach, who played in the NFL for 17 years. If you're a young quarterback and haven't played much, you are going to get blitzed. So study your blitz package especially well, because they are going to bring pressure against anybody making their first start.
Danny, if he does do well, could we be looking at possibly some kind of maybe a mini quarterback controversy in Tennessee?
Oh, yeah, for sure, Jeremy. I don't even know mini. I think it would be major because, Again, I mentioned the playoff performance last year from Tannehill. His own fan base was turning on him. Malik Willis, remember the draft talk around him was he was going to be potentially a top 15 pick, and then he drops in their lap in the third round. If he goes out there and pops, look, and this is, I think, the thing that's most intriguing, the trend that is taking place at the quarterback position. Look at what Lamar Jackson has done. Look at what Jalen Hurts has done. Look at what Daniel Jones is doing, rushing for 100 yards. If you put Malik Willis, which we will see, in the backfield with Derrick Henry, that's going to put some defenders in a real bind, choosing in an RPO situation when Malik Willis has the ball tucked in Derrick Henry's belly, who is going to have it? If you hesitate for a second, it either gives Derrick Henry a monster advantage, or if Malik Willis pulls it and they're a step behind him, it gives him a distinct advantage. There is definitely a shift in mentality with quarterbacks that are mobile, that can hurt you with their legs. And that is the one big difference we know. And Tannehill is pretty athletic, but he doesn't have the athleticism that Malik Willis has. And I think you'll see that on display against the Texans.
And certainly if he does pop, you'll see some fantasy managers picking him up over the course of the next week. Danny, whether or not it changes the plan for the 1-4-1 Houston Texans going into this game remains to be seen. But from a Vegas standpoint, it had the Titans as 1-point favorites. Now the game is a pick 'em. Do you think that's a fair reflection of what we're going to see, and kind of which way are you leaning?
Oh, I would snatch up the Titans here at a pick'em all day long. I think Malik Willis isn't going to ask to do much through the air. I talked about the pressures that they can bring. He can escape a lot of those. I think he'll be smart with the football. Played a lot at Liberty. He put that team on his back. I think he'll curtail some of the mistakes that you might see a rookie make, and I think he'll thrive in this role. So I'll take the Titans here all day long.
And of course, the Texans dealing with their own issues. Brandon Cooks is questionable for that game on Sunday. Danny Kanell joining us to talk about Ryan Tannehill out for Sunday's game against the Houston Texans. Malik Willis set to make his first start as a Tennessee Titan in the regular season, according to reports. And take a look at the odds to win the AFC South. It is the Titans that are the favorites at -140, then the Colts at +260.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.